Good evening, everyone. Let's talk about Palantir stock. So, this is honestly very interesting where we have found ourselves with Palantir stock. Now, if you're new with Palantir stock, this may be you may be like, I don't get it. What's the big deal about this? If you've been with Palantir for maybe, a year since this time last year, this is interesting because Palantir, for the first time, is having the biggest sell-off we have seen here in quite some time. Now, Palantir, what is so interesting about this is that Palantir financially is in such a stronger place than where it was at this time last year. And now we're seeing just complete shakeout of this stock. Now, I think there's a side of this that is very good, and I think there's a side of this where people are obviously panicking. But there will be an anchor that is thrown out here at some point, and it will catch, and it will catch hard. Now, when that anchor catches here, is this at $100? Is this at 90, 80, 70? I think this could bleed out a little more with market shaking out here. Now, the shakeout is happening because just Palantir is going down with AI companies in general right now because of what's going on with Korea, a lot of this is just general popularity in the market. AI stocks are just not getting the attention they were last year, Palantir being front and center of that conversation. Palantir was incredibly popular last year, and Palantir was really one of the first awakenings of AI stocks, AI companies, if you will, kind of separate those in the general stock market last year. And everyone, was piling into Palantir. And why shouldn't they? We were seeing incredible growth. We were seeing incredible activity in the stock. But since then to now, we have seen a constant sell-off, especially this year. Now, I don't think this is by any means the death of Palantir. I think this is a moment where later down the road, people will go, that's when I jumped in. I'm glad I did. We still have not seen consolidation end. We have not seen a anchor be thrown out and catch here. We're still getting new lows from new highs, new lows here. And this is where I do think that Palantir could push down into $60, $70, $80 range. Because if you go back to a year ago, this is where we had a huge fight and sit down, if you will, around $70, $80 last year. Because there is a huge moment there where Palantir was figuring out where it was going to go. And this is before a lot of bigger revenue was coming in with Palantir. But at that moment, once Palantir got past $80 last year, it ran really aggressive, and it ran really fast, past 100, past 120, and well into the 130-40 zone. And by the end of that year, we were, not even in the year, just a few months later, we were trading Palantir at 1 point for 1 second pre-quarterly, past $200, and now we're back almost below $100, depending on where we've ended up when you're watching this. But long-term growth, I still believe, obviously, Palantir is killing it, on this sector of where they are. And this is where Palantir is very dangerous. It's very dangerous stock right now because, if people are buying this at this 115, 110 level, obviously there's still a place of where this could sell down more. 100%. You could get it cheaper. But two, what do we know about Palantir? Palantir could just come out tomorrow with a new deal, new partnership. It could get caught up again in the attention span here. Less than 40 days, at the beginning of August, we're going to see Q2s. And Q2s, more than not, will be at $2 billion, if not feathering $2 billion. They're going to be very good. The question right now, too, is that we're coming into this place of where I'm a little doubtful, but I'm doubtful, I'm skeptical, I'm joyful, I'm a little curious, and I'm a little positive, but, I'm a lot of different things right now. A lot of things that are the same and a lot of things that are not. I'm at this place of where OpenAI coming to the market, Anthropic coming to the market. I wonder what this will do for AI movement. I wonder what this will do for the sector because, when we look at the chip sector, a lot of chip companies run. When we look at the storage sector, a lot of storage stocks companies are getting attention. Data centers, same conversation. And AI was essentially the first big pop besides chips in the general stock market. So when we go into this place of here soon with OpenAI coming to market, Anthropic at the end of the year coming to market, is this where we see the whole sector of AI start to get attention again? And Palantir by November will have deeper pockets with quarterlies and cash flow, no doubt about it. So does this bring in the conversation that Palantir moves up later in the year because everyone's looking at AI again? And we just go into a new place of where AI is getting stronger. But also too, is this kind of a place of where we see Palantir get buried in the news of OpenAI and Anthropic? Because make no means about it, obviously, this is a place of where Anthropic we know is making all the money. They are making incredible money right now for such a newer company to, what's going on with AI right now in Claude. With that too, OpenAI spending a lot of money, different situation over there, but there will obviously be a bigger fight with the open market with OpenAI and Anthropic here. So where Palantir goes here, I think obviously being in the private sector, obviously wrapped up heavily in administration here, it's going to be interesting where Palantir goes from here. And listen, I'm not trying to make a negative conversation. I'm very bullish on Palantir, but I do wonder, do we see Palantir lose more steam with so much going on in the general stock market right now? I think it's possible, but this could be a blessing too for people that are saying, I want to be a part of Palantir. I believe in this company. I think the next 5-10 years of this company are going to bring $1 trillion market cap. I think it's going to be an excellent company to hold. That's a very real possibility in a maybe even shorter time span here, and people wanting to buy this at $80, $70. You may get that opportunity, and that's still a very expensive price tag compared, mathematically to what the company's trading over here in stock price. So with all that said, we'll see what happens. We're in new territory. There's been a lot of unknowns here with Palantir the last 4 years, and we're entering another one right now. So we'll see what happens, but best of luck to all of you.